Hello.
Hi.
We're good. The most stubborn.
Well, if you ask me, I think it is him.
Oh, really?
Really. I'm more patient and calm. I let him get away with everything. And he's an Aries. He's born in April. Such people are very, stubborn to the bone. And I think, yes, we have to agree you're stubborn, Kiki. You have to get your way. Yeah.
I mean, if what I'm saying is logical, so it means we have to go with me.
Yeah, I think you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
We
say
agree.
it's me. Okay. Of course.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yes, yes.
Definitely.
Um,
Always.
we're
From the start.
definitely. I think we both come from Christian homes. We come from homes that are like they know God, and we practice like a Christian lifestyle. Even though we're two different denominations, we agree so much in so many things. We pray about everything, I think. We try to learn and have discussions about some things in the Bible that
Yeah. That
we
turns
see
even
different
into
arguments.
heavy arguments.
Yeah,
But
that we see
yeah,
differently.
always God first. Number one. I'll let you say it.
Technology, our love and use of technology. Honestly, I think we agree on that. We envision we'll have a smart home in 5 years.
Yes.
And
With God's help, yes.
yes, we'd love to travel together.
Too.
We'd love to discover new cultures, new people, new way of life. What else do you think we have in common?
We love eating.
Yes, we
We
love
love
trying.
good food.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
We love good food. And yeah. You say travel. Yeah.
I think we also have God in common.
Yeah.
That we love God and we love to be great examples of the
We
community.
love laughing.
Yes, we love
We
good
love
comedy.
laughing. We're always like looking for things that are funny.
We love, actually, it's strange because I think we love the same movies.
Yeah.
You know, we have the same sense of humor. We have the same sense of humor. Yes. There's so many things. And we also like to participate in community, like service. He's very passionate about a few organizations. I am passionate about a few organizations.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say on that one, so it depends. So when we make mistake, I like solving them right away. But she needs more time. So if something happens, so we have to learn. So now what we've started doing is learning about each other. So you know that I like solving things right away. She likes resting first, think through, and then we come together and start talking about those things. So sometimes you find us, we can solve them right away. If she thinks, yes, we're willing to talk about them, then I'm okay with that because that's what I usually like. Sometimes, even if I'm not okay, but she still needs to, rest and think through, then yeah, at that moment we have to wait a bit, and then probably if we had a different opinion in the morning, then we wait at 12 midday over lunch, then we discuss about it and then we forget about it.
I'd like to add that he's really good with trying to make peace. Yeah, he's always the first one. Let's talk about it. I'm sorry, and let's talk about it. Yeah. Let's try. I think this could go on forever.
But I'm surprised because this is the longest she's gone. Why she's looking at me? I think this is the longest. Because every time I can come. So I like dissing her if she's working, and I just come and I just look at her. Then she'll talk to me in Swahili like, acha, acha hivi bana, acha." So, but I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm
that
shy.
today she, yeah. Actually, it's interesting that you asked that question. The first time we met, for like, she never used to look at me straight in the eye, so she would always like hide, either behind her friend, or she will meet if I'm talking to her. She always do what she used to do if I'm talking to you. Exactly that. Like she's looking around, but never my eyes. I guess she's now used to me, but she
Yeah.
was never looking at my eyes before.
I think he's the most resilient person I know. Like his resilience is, he carries both of us with his resilience. Like he's resilient about his career. Like if he wants something, he knows his goal, and there is no stopping him. But also, I think when I say goal, I don't mean just career. I mean in life. I mean socially. I mean generally everything. You know, he's a very organized person. He writes down. He had a secret. So he had a wedding planned from the beginning to the end, every small details, 4 years ago. It was all in a OneNote. Everything was so organized. He's very organized in everything in life, honestly, and he's very resilient. And I think he's also, he's a passionate person. Um, like he's got so many talents, most people don't know that, but he's very talented in so many things, and he excels at all of them. Like he loves to take photographs, and he takes really good photographs. He is an IT person, and he's really good at it, like coding and everything. And he plays basketball so well, and he sings amazingly. Yeah, I'll show you some videos. Yes. So I think the most unique thing is, yes, he's resilient, he's passionate, but he's very talented, he's multi-talented.
Unique thing about you? Well, she's. The thing is, it's hard to respond to that question when it comes to Sarah, because that's what that word in itself. When you say unique, it's actually her. She's unique. So proof of it is on my phone. She's written mystery, because you can't really understand. I can't really comprehend or understand like what she really is, because it's just too much. I can't find her. I can't, you can't say the way you'd find, the way you can say, oh, that person speaks like that person, or that person smiles or does things like that person. For her, it's just unique. If she's not there, she's not there. I can't say I can replace her. And proof of it is, yeah, now it's almost 11 years since I've known her. So she's, that's one unique, that's what actually, I can't say what's unique, but she is the word in itself, like she is unique. But then, of course, for the sake of it, if I have to describe, I think it's a kind heart. I don't know if it's the fact that she's Tanzanian, but okay, I've met other Tanzanians as well, but I think hers is just too much. Sometimes I'm even like, why are you, like I feel like she's being taken for granted, because she's just too kind. So it's that acceptance. For my religious background, they will call her Mother Teresa. She's kind at heart, and I think it's just too unique, because I've seen unique people. I mean, I've seen kind people before, but I think for her that is very unique. I like that.
Do you want to answer this?
You say.
Okay, I will start. So, because I think we have different versions of it. So our first official date, we were students. We met in Kenya. We went to the same school. when I met him, I thought he's Tanzanian because he used to hang out with Tanzanians a lot. Uh, so, yeah. And then we were introduced by a mutual friend, Maggie. Shout out to Maggie. And then we discovered, oh, we're in the same department. We both did IT. And I was so shy, but he was very forthcoming. He knew exactly what as I said before, he knows what he wants. And he could speak 3 words in English. He spoke French only, so it was really hard. And he called me and he said, come outside, because we lived in dorms, boys' dorms. It's not a dorm, but it was a university that was very, yeah. So he said, come outside. And I came outside and I was like, this guy is so rude, And then he was packed out, but that's his way. They're very different. I said, okay. And he came outside, there was a car. I don't know where he got it. He probably asked Dixon. He asked his friend.
A guy from I had a friend from Tanzania that had a car.
Yeah, yeah. So he came and then he was so dramatic, Congolese all the way. And he's like, get in the car. And he said, get in the car. No, just get in. We went to a different, but I was so worried. But anyways, he's a friend of a friend. He just said, come with me. You'll see. And we went to a different city and we went to a restaurant I think he reserved. And we tried to speak in a very limited English he had. It was really tough, which sounded almost rude because he didn't have words. But that was a first date, yeah. Or that's my version, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think it was unique because that date was unique because we were away from town. The university where we went to was 6 hours away from Nairobi, and it's not like in Dar es Salaam or Nairobi where you can say, okay, look, it's my girlfriend's birthday, I'll take her. Even if you're in the University of Dar es Salaam, you can still go to town and find a place to sit. In where we were in the city of Eldoret, you had to go, I think, 2 hours drive or something like that to find a place. I think it was like I think for me it was a huge decision because as a student, you take her to, you didn't say where I took you though. I took her to a Chinese restaurant as a student in my sophomore year. So I was like, okay, but you know what, she's unique. And I put on my favorite artist, Chris Brown songs in the car.
Yeah, I told you, he's very dramatic,
And one unique thing she didn't mention about the date, they cleared out the entire space for us. I wish the manager knew I was only a student. But they cleared out the entire space for us and we were just the 2 of us. So my friend drove back with the car because we wanted to do some errands around town. And we stayed there for the entire afternoon. And yeah, she said the communication was more gestures than the words because my English was still low at the time.
I think change. I'm very because as you said, it takes me time to make decisions. So even with relationships, it takes me time to say, okay, I'm gonna start a relationship. And when I start a relationship, I'm how do you say it? Like a cow. I'm settled there, and that's it. And there is no change, I think. And sometimes he's the opposite. He's very spontaneous. So sometimes that scares me a bit because I want things to be the way they are. And change scares me so much. Change in a relation, like how we do things. Is he gonna be the same way? Yeah.
Yeah, she's very for change because I could ask anyone, what are you doing now? Oh, okay, let's go to town. Let's do this, and then we arrive in town. I'm like, oh, let's go to the airport. Let's change the city. So I'm just in with everything. But her, if you ask her, everything has to be planned. So okay. On the 28th, at 8 a.m., we're leaving point A, go to point B. So usually I'm just like, but we'll just do it when we get there. Then she's like, no, we need to plan because she wants to make sure that things are there in place.
What's your fear?
For me, my fear in our relationship, what would that be? I think I don't like disappointing her. What I hate is seeing her being disappointed. So every time something is happening, I'm always thinking, okay, is she gonna be happy? She's gonna be okay with this? Should we make sure that she's okay? So I think just because she has that look when she's disappointed, then I usually even when she's I see that face, myself I start sweating, even if I wasn't sweating. Like, I usually start, not because she's scary, but it's just that's how much I love her. I hate seeing her being disappointed or sad. So that's my fear. Like, she shouldn't be disappointed.
Nairobi? Yeah, Tribeca, I think. This one time it was his birthday, so I took him to a place, I think. And I was so happy. I was dancing on tables. And I wasn't drunk.
Yeah, Sarah doesn't take alcohol, but somehow that day she took I don't know how many soda, and it's like she was drunk. Cause and only on soda it was, I don't know, 2 Fanta or Sprite. Then she was just laughing all the time. Even the waitress were wondering what's going on.
I guess
But
it
was a good.
No, but I think I have another one. I think my favorite memory with him is when it was my graduation, and he finally got to meet my mom, and it was the most happiest thing for me. I said I was smiling.
That's true.
He said, why are you smiling? I said, I don't know. You know, I was so scared what my mom might think, with the perception and all. And she was so cool. It was so nice.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
And
that's
they were
another day
smiling
she
at
was-
each other. And we had so much fun. So I think it was just a mixture of everything. That's my best memory. We met so many people.
Yeah, I remember asking her, like she's always happy with me, of course, but that day she was on another level of happiness. So I asked her, like, I've seen you were really happy on your graduation and when we went for lunch. Why? Then she explained, and that's her response is actually the reason why her engagement proposal was that way. And that was 5 years ago. So I just went and noted down somewhere. I'm
Remember I
like,
told you
"How's the
OneNote?
result?"
Writes
So
down
like,
everything.
yeah. And that's why even because even the engagement proposal was so tough because of COVID and everything, so it was very, very tiring with all the planning. But because I remembered 5 years ago what she had said, then wanted to make it happen. But for me, the most memorable time was when she joined me in Warsaw, in Poland. Because Sarah and I have been in long distance relationship for most of our time. So in school it was we'll be together, and then she has to come back here. I have either stay in Nairobi or go back home, or we won't see each other. Then the job I got in 2015 had sent me away from Nairobi, so which means I wasn't even in East Africa, and it was a lot of Skype calls, WhatsApp calls, and sometimes unreachable because she's very far from town or I'm very far away. It was like that. So I had an opportunity. We had she was in Europe. She was in a different country.
I was in Finland
She was
doing
in
my
Finland
master's.
doing her master's, and I was going to Europe for work. So I was like, this is good because I'm not paying for this personally. It was good, but I couldn't believe so every time we're there at the meetings or the conference, I just kept telling my friends, oh, I need to meet my girl. She knows me, I'm very passionate about my work. So usually when I travel, I'm only looking at my meetings. But I wasn't even I was counting the days when are we finishing the conference because I know she's landing. And I didn't know Warsaw so well that time, but I took a taxi. We went to the Polish airport.
I had so much fun.
I saw her coming out. I was so happy. I was so happy. I think I always have that in my mind.
I did so many
Yeah.
things. Oh, so it was my birthday this year in May, and my parents had told me way before, like a few weeks ago, because when I had my graduation, my parents couldn't make it because of so many reasons. So he was my parent. He came for my graduation, and my parents said, "Oh, it's your birthday this year." So we thought, since we couldn't make it for your graduation, and it's your birthday, we've not had a birthday for a long, long time for you. We wanted to do something for you. I said, "Okay," which is really strange. I said, "Yeah," because my graduation was 2 years ago, so they just decided we're gonna have something for you. So I said, "Yeah, I'd love that." But my dad also just retired, so I assumed because he's at home and everybody's around, so they said, "Let's have something." And my mom said, "Oh, we're also trying to do something, like put everything together for your dad's retirement, your birthday, and just do everything on one day." I said, "That's a good idea." So I came home and they'd organized something. I knew we're having a birthday party, something small. We went at White Sands, and we're having a small dinner, just family members, my aunt, my uncle, like maybe 8 people, 7 people, yeah. And then towards the end, my mom's like, "Oh, so it's Sarah's birthday, and we had something for her. We have a present for her." I'm like, "Okay." And then she's like, "Follow me." Oh, I thought I am getting a car. Definitely. I told my sister, "I'm gonna be an owner of a car." And my sister, because I don't have a license yet, so my sister's like, "Yes, and I'm gonna be driving it for you." But I was so excited, I'm getting a car. So my mom was like, "Follow me." And we were going out, because what could be outside? Really, it's a car. But as we're going, I'm like, I feel like it's the grass. And we arrive there, and then I see lights, like the lights, and then suddenly somebody is singing, and I was so scared. But that's not the explanation. I was nervous, I was scared, but I was happy. And yes, and he proposed like that, and it was so beautiful. A few days before, I knew he was going for, like, he's traveling for work. But he was acting so weird and suspicious. I thought he's going to attend my birthday party. So I said, "Christian, where are you?" Because I would call him and I would hear like weird noises. I said, "Where are you?" "Yeah, I'm traveling for work." But he was acting so weird, the whole week. So I said, "Okay." Even on that day, I said, "If you're in the house, give somebody the phone, so I can talk to him." And then he was acting. So I told my son, "Christian is coming for my birthday." But when I didn't see him, I thought I was being paranoid. But really, he was traveling to Tanzania to surprise me. And it was perfect. It was a small number of people with my family and friends. Wow. He's amazing.
One sentence for you. Wow, that would be because there's so many good things about you. But I would say, again, I'll go back to that. She's unique. I'd say she's unique.
Um, Kik, you're an awesome person. I'm so excited that you chose me to be your girlfriend. I really think nobody else. Um, you finish my sentences. You get me. You understand exactly. I have struggle with explaining myself, but you understand exactly what I want. And I truly, truly believe there was a reason you came into my life. Or I believe God put you for me, and I can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together and knowing you, watching movies, romantic comedies, yes, and forcing you to watch Korean, Chinese films together with me. Yes,
Yeah,
and I love you a bunch.
that's I would say it's interesting. Um, Everybody says that yeah, she's the only one who understands him. Like I'm blessed to have you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that I know for some people it sounds weird. How do you just meet someone today and then tomorrow you think you can marry them? But like like I told you in 2011, and I'm sure you're like, this guy's weird. We just met and you were talking about marriage.
Yeah, I was
But
young.
then 10 years after, yeah, it's finally happening. I'm blessed to have you in my life. And of course, no one will understand my passion for technology. So I'm glad that you do, and it makes us feel one. And yeah, I love you so much.
Thank you, babe. I don't know. Are we supposed to hug?